Alright, Ryan, I see you, bro. I see you, bro. My guy made another tier list. This time we're doing pop albums. A bunch of pop records, some acclaimed, some not so much. Quite the diverse selection, I must say. And I'm just going to be ranking them on this here tier list. We've got all-timer, excellent, very good, decent/good, mid, bad, awful. I'm just going to go strictly off my opinion, how much I like to listen to these records. Some of them I actually haven't listened to. It's okay with me though. I don't mind there being a couple blind spots. I think I'm familiar enough with the tier list to get involved, have a good time. Let's start with the girl, the legend. I think it's alphabetical, isn't it? Yeah, I can see it's alphabetical. Adele, 21. Can you do something for me? Can you go to the very good? Decent good? Decent good or very good? What are we thinking? Decent good or very good? I reckon I'll probably go decent good. I don't know. There are some mad tunes on there. Rolling in the Deep and Set Fire to the Rain are like universal rages. I'll go very good. I'll also go very good on Always as well. I'll pop that right there. That was a really good foundational album. There are some wonderful tracks. Marry Me Archie. Ooh, Beach House Teen Dream. That's definitely going in excellent. That's an amazing album right there, and it has proven to be sample gold for Mr. Kendrick Lamar and The Weeknd as well. Well, sample. I feel like that album's been sampled quite a bit, but it is an amazing record. One of the most consistent, instantly lovable pieces of dream pop. Like, it's so hard to go wrong with that record. Just the sound palette's great. The compositions are really, really solid, man. I think Beyonce Lemonade can quite comfortably get an excellent too. What an album, man. It never really stands still, like, stylistically. And Beyonce as a front woman, like, when is she ever gonna disappoint you? As far as performances, one of the greatest in her field, bro. One of the best. 21 Pilots' Blurry Face, that can go straight in bad. That shit is wank. This is not rap. This is not hip hop. Just another attempt to make the voices stop. Fuck that. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. Oh, nah, man. Nah, we ain't messing with that. There's maybe a couple songs that aren't too bad on there, you know? The Judge is kind of cute, right? Yeah, the judge, oh no, set me free. That one, yeah, it's kind of cute, I guess. Fucking, the beat on Fairly Local is so gross, man. Tearing My Heart's mad cheesy. The piano on that song sounds like it's fucking like a Steve Carell movie trailer or some shit. Blood on the Dance Floor going in. I haven't even heard this album. I don't fucking care. That's going in awful. I've heard Blood on the Dance Floor. I might have heard a track or two off that album in my time. But I know enough about Blood on the Dance Floor to know we cannot be putting that album anywhere else. Ain't no way. Unorthodox Jukebox. Nah, man. I'll go with bad on that one, bro. I'll go with bad. Bruno didn't really get the sauce until 24K Magic. Actually, no. It wasn't until Uptown Funk. Uptown Funk is when Bruno acquired the sauce. From that point onwards, yeah. Yeah, we've been cruising. And all that we can do with this emotion. Such a tune, bro. Run Away With Me obviously is like the one, but Emotion is so good, dude. The song Emotion. Album is tight. I'll happily put that in very good. Very, very good. In fact, it's mad close to excellent. I'd say that's actually, if we're gonna order it based on like how, if we're gonna rank it, let's say the furthest to the left is the highest in the order. Let's do it that way. So Emotion would go like right there. I'd say it would go like that. That. Probably go like that. Yeah, that seems good to me. Yeah, I'll rock with that. Caroline Polachek, Pang. I will happily put that in. Ooh, very good, decent. I'll probably put it right underneath Adele, to be honest, bro. I'm just not really into like the more like artsy experimental Caroline Polachek, which happens sparingly on Pang, but it has got like mega hits, you know. I'm feeling like a butterfly inside of thing. So good, bro. Woo! Speaking of Caroline Polachek, we have a Chairlift with Moth. That's a really good album, bro. I'm actually gonna put that at the top of the very good. That's like, oh, it's like an inch away from going in excellent. I feel like excellent, that's a strong word. You're saying something's excellent, you gotta mean that shit in your heart. Can't say I do 100%. I might have to come back to it though. I feel like if I heard it on the right day, Chairlift Moth would make the day. It's got day-making qualities to it. It's a really lovely record, man. I can admit I'm a ma to the flyer. Oh man, plenty of really nice tracks on that. Channel Orange, my G. Channel Orange, my G. Sierra Leone. Whoo! Don't know when it's with Nirvana. Don't know on a high crap. Oh yeah, you already know that's going on. Let's be real. It's weird because, like, as far as the score I would give Channel Orange, it's actually kind of gone up and down over the years. Like, but if I'm being completely real with myself, how much I enjoy listening to it on any given day, the impact it's had on my approach and love for R&B and pop music over the years since I first heard it. The chokehold it had me in at one point while I was waiting for Blonde to come out, just listening to it, I was like, man, this album is just so great, such a great debut. Let's be real, this is an all-timer for me. It's an all-timer for me. It's one of those albums that will always have memories attached to it. It's got amazing songs. It holds up very well. Frank's vocals are amazing. The lyrics are beautiful. I feel like it just ticks off every checkbox as far as what you want out of a good R&B pop record, man. Is it perfect? Nah. I don't like Pyramids at all. I'll be real, I don't like Pyramids. That's my least favorite song. It's 9 fucking minutes. Nah, man, get that out of here. The production sounds like dog shit. That synth line is trash, bro. I never listen to Pyramids. People say it's like the best song. Nah. Pyramids is the worst track on that record. I'm fucking dead song.
I'm gonna kill him.
So there's moments on it I ain't crazy about. It's not perfect, but I think all-timer. Overall, all things considered, all-timer is where the record belongs. As far as what it represents in my head, that is an all-timer for me. That is like an all-time pivotal classic record for me. Gotta put it in all-timer. I think it does deserve it a tier above excellent. Pop 2? Pop 2 though, do I go excellent on Pop 2? Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, Pop 2 is kind of rad. I can't even front, man. Pop 2 has really grown to be a great album in my mind that I love to listen to whenever I do take the time to give the full thing a go. It's a wonderful experience. It's a really great album, really uniformly put together, but also giving you so many extremely wild and different ideas. I'll be your fan, I'll be your fan, roller coaster ride in the fast lane, got the roof down, kiss me hard in the pouring rain. I like the swag, Ray Tremor. Crying Beyond the Fleeting Gates. Now that's a throwback. Damn, I haven't heard that in a minute, man. I remember really enjoying it though, so I think I'll be safe. I'm just pop it in like decent good, because I haven't heard that, man, since like, fuck, bro. When did that come out? Like 2015? 16? I don't even know, bro. Something like that. 2017 at the latest. But if I'm gonna just guess off the top of my head, I'm saying 2015. No, I think it was 16. I think it was 16 because I feel like it comes up in the James Acaster book, and that's about 2016. So, anyway. Regardless of that, this is a very progressive, expansive, unique pop record. Kind of borders more on like a rock sound, if I'm not mistaken, though, from my memory of it. I remember having some really nice walks with that album. I can't really recall too much of the specifics. So for that reason, I feel like I shouldn't. I have positive memories, and for that reason, it'll go decent good. I don't want to go too crazy, but I have heard it, so I'll put it on the tier list. Let's go decent good, man. Random Access Memories, bro. Ooh, yeah, my favorite Daft Punk album. I do not fuck with, like, classic Daft Punk like that at all, so.
You smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack, don't you?
Random Access Memories, to me, was like the one record I look at and I think, oh yeah, Daft Punk are great musicians. Why? Because they made this shit. Like, this shit is so goddamn groovy, bro. Their ear for bass lines and samples was on full freaking display with an amazing cast of features that are very engaging to listen to across the runtime. I'll put it at the top of very good because as much as I do enjoy that record, I don't come back to it like too often. Then again, there's so many albums in the world coming out every freaking week, classic albums, all the genres you could check out, classic out, like, you can't regularly come back to all your favorite albums, like, let's be real. So maybe I shouldn't be, using that too much of a, judging basis for where I'm placing these, I guess. Who fucking cares? You know what? I think top of very good. I'm cool with that. I think that's fine. Declan McKenna. What's the second track off that record? Is it like Honey? Crazy fire song. That's a really good album, actually. I'll put that ooh, it's kind of in between these two tiers. It's a sick album. Really pristine production on there. Like, good melodies all around. And good vocal performances from Declan, too. You know what? I'll pop it at the top of decent good right there. Some of the album deep cuts ain't that crazy, in my opinion, but overall, the album experience, I think it is good, so I'll put it at decent good. That seems cool to me. Settle Disclosure, though. Yeah, nah, you know what? That might be an all-timer, bro. No, look. Settled Disclosure. That album has held up so fucking well. You do not understand. The production on that record, bro. fucking what? Fucking insane. Second Chance, bro? Oh my god, that beat on Second Chance is insane. And the pop jams go sicko mode. January, fucking White Noise. Oh, you can't fuck with White Noise. Latch. When a fire starts to burn, right, and it starts to spread, should go bring the attitude, huh? Oh yeah, now Settle's a fucking class album, dude. I'm going all time. That's one of my fucking favorite like dance albums. I'll never forget when I first discovered that in like 2014. I listened to the whole thing and I was just jamming a freaking high. That's one of the first albums that I got into when I was first getting into listening to albums in full, that I just enjoyed purely for the dance fun factor. You know, I wasn't trying to get some mind-blowing experience. I just hit play and naturally I was just like, I'm enjoying just the fun, feel good type shit. Like obviously when you're younger and you're like seeking out like new music, you want to hear like crazy, or you want to like have your mind expanded. I was looking for something to really like, I was trying to get deeper into music. I was searching for best albums of recent years, and I listened to Settle and I'm just like, you know what? This is just pure purity. Just fun, well-produced, immaculate pop music, bro. Fuck yeah, I'm putting Settle an all-timer. Ed Sheeran, Divide. Bad, my G. Awful or bad? It's between those two. That is a really difficult to stomach record. Horrible lyrics on that album. I'm in love with the shape of you. You know what? No, I won't say awful. I mean, you could do worse than that. It's just bad. It's just like, I ain't trying to hear that. Everything Now by Arcade Fire. Yeah, that's that's one of the most disappointing albums I've ever been alive to witness. Ever in my fucking life. But to be honest, is it awful though? I don't know. I don't really think about that record. I'm not gonna come back to it like ever. I don't fucking know. I remember feeling like it was really dreadful though. Some of the like lyrics, I remember being proper like old man yells at cloud type lyric. Yeah, maybe I should go awful. You know what? I'm going awful just off the disappointment. Just off the disappointment factor. Maybe that's unfair. Off the disappointment factor alone, I'm gonna go with awful. Arcade Fire used to be the GOATs, bro. Like, I'm not even kidding. I reckon a lot of people during their like prime, Arcade Fire in their prime, bro, they would be like, people would be like, yo, they're the best band. Like, they're the best fucking band out, period. Like, they were on that level. Like, Funeral, Neon Bible, freaking Suburbs, hell, even Reflector. I fuck with Reflector. I'll say it right now. Reflector's fucking dope. I like Reflector. The sound of that album, the atmosphere, the aesthetic, the textures on Reflector. You can't sleep on the assembly of that body of work. It is pretty impressive. I do like Reflector. All four of those albums to me indicate that these motherfuckers are like unstoppable, GOAT level amazing. Like, there's no reason not to get hyped for a new one. They take forever to drop a new one, and that's what they drop. Some trash, trite, default, boring, plain, overly fluffy pop music about, oh, mobile phones are ruining. Your Arcade Fire, you're above this. Oh, just off disappointment, I'm going awful. Fall Out Boy Mania, come on, man. Stop fucking playing with me. You know that's going in awful. You don't need me to... Look, man, I'm sorry. That album, you want to talk about grating melodies, bro? You want to talk about grating choruses, man? If you're in the mood to have a fucking earache by the end of a record, check out Mania by Fall Out Boy. That shit sounds like death, man. Like, that's like the definition of like overproduce, you know? Like when something's like overproduced, like you got too many effects, too many vocal layers, just it sounds so loud and obnoxious. That is Mania by Fall Out Boy. Get that shit in the bin now. Occasionally I see defenders for that record. Bro, if you like that album, hey, more power to you, bro. But your ears, they're broken. I'm playing. LP1 by FKA Twigs. Don't even have to think about that shit. Excellent. The top of excellent. Damn near all-timer. Magdalene would be an all-timer. If we're talking Magdalene, I would put that in all-timer. But for now, excellent record in my opinion. I will absolutely never forget when I first heard it. I was just so stunned at how this album sounded. I've never had heard an R&B album sound so cosmic. It is truly just a world of its own. Kicks is one of my favorite fucking songs of all time. Let's go. LP1 is incredible. Florence on the Machine. Bro, get that in excellent now. That shit's fucking amazing. In fact, I'm gonna put that above Teen Dream. I don't give a fuck. That Florence and the Machine album, don't you dare sleep. I did not see people talking about Florence and the Machine that they should be talking about Florence and the Machine. They got like hit singles, Dog Days Are Over, this and that. Like they got like, yeah, sure, cool. Their album game is actually elite. Like don't even sleep on Florence and the Machine's discography. How Big, How Blue, How Beautiful is so consistent. It is just absolute rages, really huge presentation, like amazing crescendos, and Florence as a front woman, holy fuck, incredible vocalist. Like you cannot. I was sleeping on Florence and the Machine until I heard that album. That changed my whole perception of Florence and the Machine. Calvin Harris, I feel like this album's just built for the mids. Like I'm seeing that blank spot, I see Calvin Harris, funk wave, yeah, that's going straight in mid. Couple cool songs, you know, it's very easy going and feel good, but let's be real. Let's be real. No one fucking remembers like half of the album. Like your favorite song is probably Slide, right? Like who's thinking about the deep cuts off of Funk Wave Bounces? No, I'm not trying to hear that. Like it's shit you could just get somewhere else, but with more personality. You know what I mean? So Funk Wave Bounces Volume 1. That's going in mid. Future Island Singles. I'll pop that in decent good, but I can't even lie. That's actually like real close to mid for me, bro. I don't know, I'm not that crazy about Future Islands like that, bro. I don't know, I'm not really mad about Sam Herring's voice when he's not Hemlock Ernst, to be honest. It's a very unique voice, but I don't know, sometimes it sounds a little melodramatic to me, I suppose, but that's just my opinion. Overall, he's a very good songwriter and composer, and the assembly of that record on a production level is very impressive, but as far as just the vocal performances, the hooks, they really don't stick with me on that thing, man. I've been saying for years, Seasons is not that crazy of a song. It's like, it's fine, bro. I don't see what's so mind-blowing about that song. I don't think it's that exciting at all. It's okay. People who listen to that say it's like the best song of all time. Like, I guess some people get some crazy euphoric, blissful, transcendent experience when they hear that song, bro. Yet to happen with me, bro. Yet to happen with me. I hear it. I think it's totally acceptable, but I could go my whole life having never heard that song, and I feel like I'd be the exact same individual.
You can't keep getting away with it! He can't keep getting away with it! He won't.
Rhymes Are Angels. Overall, the album... Oh, it's honestly not even far off excellent. I might slot it in between Chairlift and Daft Punk. I think that's cool. It's just got some unbelievably good singles on it, bro. B-E-H-A-E-E aggressive. Tell me I'm a mother. Looking so fresh. Bro, Kill B Main goes so crazy. Pin goes sicko mode. Venus Fly, bro. Venus Fly, my G. Don't fucking sleep on that song. If you have never heard Venus Fly by Grimes featuring Janelle Monáe, let me tell you something. You have missed out on a pivotal moment of your life, my G. Go back and catch up, because you don't realize it, but you're sorely lacking in Venus Fly in your life. You're going to hear that song and be like, what the fuck was I doing? This song's amazing. I'm going to be listening to this all freaking year. Yes, you will, because that shit slaps. I love that fucking song, man. That's one of them songs that just does something to me. It makes me go fucking feral, bro. Venus Fly is amazing. Haim Days Are Gone. They honestly, for me, when it comes to Haim, bro, it's that latest. The Women in Music album is really their peak. But I did think this was good. I would go here. I thought their most recent one was really good, you know. I'll put this, like, maybe in between Declan and Crying. That's another album to me where the singles are really fresh, but the deep cuts don't really move me too much. And I think they went on to make better music after that. We got not Harry's House. Fine Line by Harry Styles. That can go pretty comfortably in mid, even though I do think Adore You is a pretty mad song. What's that track? Cherry? Cherry's really good. There's a few pretty sweet songs on there, but two things stopping me from putting this any further than mid. Watermelon Sugar fucking sucks, and oh my god, my mom does not stop. Whenever my mum's like maybe a little bit drunk, chilling, enjoying her evening, I come down to maybe say hello, grab some food, grab a drink, hang out for a bit. She, every single fucking time, she shows me a track off this record. She's like, listen, she's like, let me play you a song. Echo, play Treat People with Kindness by Harry Styles. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's really good, yeah. And I've just heard like so many random deep cuts off this album, like way too many times. Overplay is a factor here for me. It doesn't move me. Get it. Let's move on. Arc Android. Is it all-timer? Ooh, it could be. It could be all-timer. Now, you know what? I reckon for an album to be an all-timer, I have to be very sure about it. And I think Arcandroid can happily tower above the rest of the excellent category as the strongest album in that category. I think excellent is where it belongs, but oh my goodness, is it close to being an all-timer? Because when I say an all-timer, I think impact and personal passion is a huge part of that, because it's a very personal thing, like an all-time favorite record. I feel like Arcandroid hasn't achieved that status for me, but every time I play it, I'm just like, this is one of the best pop albums of the 2010s, no fucking question. It's amazing, it's lengthy and mad consistent as well. It never gets boring one time. Janelle's Melody Game is crazy. It has one of my favorite 3-track runs of all time. Locked Inside, bro. I'm locked inside. Oh, you baby, bro, get the fuck out here, man. One of the most talented individuals on fucking planet Earth. Shout out Janelle Monáe. Julia Holter! That's not even, no, I don't even think that's the best one yet. That's the best one yet. Julia Holter, Have You My Wilderness. I ain't heard that album in a minute, actually. Now that I think about it, I haven't heard that album in a minute. But I used to play that album so much, bro. Oh my god, that record right there is something else. Have You My Wilderness is unbelievable. It's got some of the greatest musicianship of all fucking time. I'm dead serious. It's not quite as like experimental and spacious and strangely fractured like Aviary was. Aviary, the next record, I definitely saw Julia pushing her sound into more just like otherworldly territory. This one's much more like narrow, uniform, but oh my god, its execution of everything is staggering. The builds, the vocals, the layering, the freaking mixing and mastering, bro. Everything about that album is a fucking flawless musical expedition. You're just being taken on one legendary adventure after another. That album right there is incredible shit. That's the best one we got so far. Julia Holter, one of the most talented musicians in the game. Whenever she drops her next album, bro, we are fucked. We're all fucking, we're done.
Like they wanna know me. Let's go!
We're all in a chokehold for months, okay? I don't know what she's cooking. It's been a minute since Aviary came out. All I know is that's about to be legendary. So I'm very gassed for that, whenever that happens. JT, yeah, mid. Moving on. It's well produced, but yeah, I'm going mid. Golden Hour by Casey Musgrave. Happy and sad at the same time, and I'm smiling in your eyes. That's a nice fucking song. I'll rock with decent good. I'll rock with that. It's not the best. I don't think it's like great. I know some people really do. It won the Grammy for Album of the Year. That's kind of cool, actually. I'm glad that happened. I'm not huge on Golden Hour like some other people are, but it's like at the very worst, it's just like still melodically very pleasant and sweet. So it has that going for it like at all times. But at its best, it's got some really nice pop tracks. Overall, I think it towers above the rest of these decent good. Would I say it's very good? Not quite. I think I'll just go with good. Katy Perry, Teenage Dream. Alright, this is the first album I can't say I have actually listened to in full. I've not taken the time to listen to the entirety of Teenage Dream. Just run away. I know the singles, but I've never listened to the whole album, so I guess we should probably make a new tier, right? I'll just rock with that, put it in NA. Hachi's Keepsake. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really on the Hachi train until Giving the World Away. I thought this album was kind of alright. I'd go with decent good. I'd probably put it quite low though. Let's put it underneath Crying. What the hell is that? I don't know what that is. We're going right to NA. Kylie. I haven't heard that Kylie. So, okay. Oh, damn. Okay, we got a few actually. I don't know. Let me know if there's anything I put in NA that you think I'm missing out on. Born to Die by Lana Del Rey. Even though it has got some iconic bangers, I would put this in mid. In fact, I put it right above... Put it right above Harry. Lewis Capaldi, nah, man. That shit sucks. We're going to the... that's bordering on awful. That album is really hard to sit. They don't really take up too much of your time, I guess. But the songs aren't really good, though. I don't know. It's like, imagine like a lettuce sandwich, bro. Lorde Melodrama. I know how to think about that shit. That's an all-timer. I'm popping that. I don't know where to put it in the all-timer section, but all I know for sure is that it is an all-timer. This is a record that I've always enjoyed, but it has since really like cemented its place in my soul, like more than I ever would have expected. I really think that is one of the most tightly powerful, moving pop experiences that you can have in music, period. Melodrama has really grown to be one of my absolute favorite pop records. I think I don't know, I think I probably still would put Channel Orange above it though, by a smidge. It's real close though, it's real close. Melodrama, incredible, but I think Channel Orange just has a stronger place as an all-timer, I guess. Pure Heroine! I'll put that in excellent. Fantastic album. Has some of the absolute best Lorde tracks of all time. Ribs and Buzzcut Season. Get the fuck out of here. I'll put Pure Heroine in between Florence and Beyonce. That seems good to me. Hurry Up, We're Dreaming, bro! Oh, man! Oh man. Hurry Up, We're Dreaming. Yo, to be honest with you, fucking sue me. Don't give a fuck. Hurry Up, We're Dreaming is my shit, okay? Yes, I'll put it at the bottom of the all-timer. I think it is an all-timer for me. I've had numerous listens with that record where I've come away from it just feeling like I can conquer the fucking universe. And that's a very special and amazing feeling to have when you listen to music. And an album that does that for me belongs an all-timer. Yes, it's a little bit bloated, a little bit unwieldy. It's really glossy and super reverb soaked. And at points it can get a little bit, oppressive. But god fucking damn, has it got numerous, like 11 out of 10 tracks, bro. Like, that shit is insane. Wait, bro, wait. Have you heard that fucking song, track 5, Wait? That shit is unbelievable. Anyway, moving on. Magic Gang. I haven't heard the Magic Gang before in my life, so I'll put that here. Marina Diamonds, The Family Jewels. That's a damn solid record. I'll put that at the very bottom of very good. I haven't really got a strong attachment to it, but it's one of those records that I can't deny. It's like a very strong hit-to-miss ratio as far as just pure pop hits. That Melanie Martinez album sucks like crazy. It's I'll put it here. For an album to be an awful, it has to like really pull out like a very vitriolic anger out of me. Doesn't quite, to be honest. Melanie's got, so occasionally she's got some good melodies, bro. Occasionally she has got some pretty nice melodies. Production, trash. Lyrics, trash. But the songwriting, the choruses, the structure, sometimes I can get behind what Melanie's doing. It doesn't piss me off like to no end. But I will say it's a bad album, so I'll put it right there. Miley Cyrus Bangers. I have not heard that in full since like fucking 2015, 14, whenever it freaking came out. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. We'll pop it above Ed Sheeran, below Bruno. Katy B! Oh, yeah! There's no one I'd rather love. You keep on this bottled up. How are we supposed to move if there's no movement? Fuck yeah, that is an excellent album. I love that album so much. I'm popping that above Lemonade, bro. I don't give a fuck. On a Mission by Katy B is a classic, bro. I used to play that shit all the fucking time, man. That was honestly one of the first, like, just full-on, unapologetic pop records I really loved. Like, there was definitely a time where I thought pop music was, like, bad, or, like, popular, like, radio music was, like, oh, I like real good music, like fucking Death Grips, or whatever the fuck, I don't know. Like I would look at pop songs and just think, oh, that's like shit. That's obviously shit. I would just instantly just default it as like not as good as the stuff I like. But Katy B On a Mission was one of the first just full-on pop records that I really loved to listen to. And I think actually did kind of help get me into what makes up a pop song and enjoy those things more. I think that album did that for me. It's honestly, in that regard, it is probably an all-timer. Like, I could probably put it an all-timer and justify it, but I do think, as great as it is, like, to be an all-timer, you also have to be, like, fucking damn good. And I feel like it is, whilst it is great, it's not great enough to land an all-timer, but it did play a huge role in shaping my taste towards pop music, actually. So I still could listen to that right now and have a wonderful time. I don't get better with the lights on, so come on, play me just one more song. After Laughter, Paramore. Yeah. Stop asking why we have to waste so much time. Because we can't keep up and start again. Because you can't keep holding on to grudges, bro. Put that right below KB. Put that right below KB, above Lemonade. Paramore, honestly, if it didn't have such a weird final 2 tracks, that shit could honestly be an all-timer. It could honestly be an all-timer. The first 10 songs, amazing. The last 2, why? I think if the last 2 tracks was just like more of what they were doing in the first 10 tracks, then yeah, you got an all-timer. An exceptional album. After Laughter is an exceptional pop record, bro. Just let me cry a little bit longer. I ain't gonna smile if I don't want to. Bro. The amount of hooks this album has is mental. It's like way too many freaking great choruses on that record. Perfume Genius, No Shape, that's a very good album. I will put it, let's put it right above Adele, right below Always. But it has got some legendary Perfume Genius tracks like Slip Away and The Opener and Wreath. But overall, I will say very good. It doesn't really hit excellent for me. I think it has got a couple tracks that are just a little bit, they just kind of fizzle out for me and don't really leave an impression. It's a little bit awkwardly sequenced in my opinion, but ultimately it's a very unique record and I appreciate it. And I love Perfume Genius as an artist, so I will give it a very good placement. I feel like that's fair to me. Oh, this album sucks fucking horribly. Yo, this has to go like low-key. Low-key, it is awful, bro. This album's really infuriating. I heard it one time. It's one of the most aggravating things you could listen to. I'll put it at the top of awful. Pharrell, you're one of the greatest of all time. Why did you let this happen? Come Get It Bae, fuck that song to death. What the hell is that? I don't even know what that is. I'm gonna put that right there. Yeah, I'm not sure if I know what that one is. Let me know if that's a banger and tell me what it is. Rihanna Anti, I don't know if this is gonna be a hot take, bro, but I have always felt this way. Anti is just straight up bad, bro. That's not a good album. I'm sorry. That's not a good album, man. There is no way in hell that's like Rihanna's best effort. She's a good artist. Like, she's a great artist, man. I've never been the craziest fan of her singing voice, but as an artist, I do think she has got mad creativity and mad skills. Anti feels like half-baked as shit to me, bro. Needed Me is kind of cool. Some of the ballads at the end, I think, are more compelling, though, to be honest. I think the actual, like, pop elements of this record just don't really hit like that. I feel like Rihanna's definitely got better pop music inside her repertoire. Rena's EP is amazing. Yeah, that's going in excellent. Give me that. I'll put it right below Beyonce, above Lorde. That seems cool to me. And low-key, she hasn't even topped that, bro. That's still her best project. That's still her best project for sure. Alter Life, bro. Get the fuck out. Cyber Stockholm Syndrome, G. Robin Body Talk. I've never actually listened to Robin Body Talk, man. I'll have to pop that in NA, unfortunately, but I've heard it is a very good album. George Clanton Slide, yeah. For that, I'm actually going to put that at the very top of very good. I love his aesthetic. I love his musical approach and his ideas, right? I much prefer his new one. I much prefer 100% Electronica because I think Slide overstays its welcome way too much. There are many songs that go on for like 5-6 minutes that I don't feel like need that shit. Even in those songs, like, they have these moments of just pure heavenly bliss. Like, the moments that really just like push it over the edge, they're crazy good. Like, Slide is very, very good. Like, I think I can't put it in excellent because there's way too many moments in it that do just kind of tire me out, exhaust me, bore me. Like, that happens pretty often when I'm listening to it. So for that reason, I don't really feel like I can confidently put it in excellent, but it's an album that I feel like belongs in excellent because it does a lot extremely well. Oh, St. Vincent! Oh my god, the self-titled St. Vincent. Yeah, bro. Oh, that's a really sick album, actually. I used to think it was, like, one of the sickest albums of all time, but I would probably put it in, like, very good now. Much prefer some of her older material. As I've gotten older, I've fallen more in favor with, like, Marry Me. Strange Mercy, man. Whoa, that's a wonderful freaking album. St. Vincent has got a few too many like overproduced sort of moments and some vocal performances that feel a little bit extra to me, but it has got some exceptionally sick tracks. Like Birth in Reverse is still one of her strongest, tightest singles. I love Regret as well. It's a really good song. Suzanne Sunfall, I've never listened to that Suzanne Sunfall in full. I have heard a couple tracks from it, but I actually never listened to it in full. The only Suzanne Sunfall records I've heard are the most recent two, and I really do like those records, so I will have to go check that out at some point. Haven't bothered to give it the time of day yet, so that's on me. For that reason, I gotta put it in NA. I gotta be fair, gotta be honest. That's not one I have in my arsenal yet, but let me know if I should prioritize that soon. Sweetener by Ariana Grande, honestly, very solid record. I would actually put that at the top of the decent good. It's honestly really close to being very good. It's just got one too many really bad Pharrell beats.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Tame Impala Currents. Tame Impala Currents, man. Wow, Tame Impala Currents, bro. I'm mad tempted to go all time. I can't even lie. yeah, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I'm doing it right now. I'm putting that at the bottom of all time. And bro, let's be real, man. Currents is like... That album is like a really defining record. Currents is low-key in a league of its own, bro. That album has some like unrealistically impressive tracks, man. Eventually, how the fuck? Let It Happen, bro? How the fuck do you come up with a song like that? There's many songs on Currents that I look at and I just think I truly cannot imagine the process it took to achieve that track. It's got some staggeringly good tunes on there. I've never heard an album with so much like beefy texture and weight to its like synth blast. Like it really feels like a monument, like a massive like monolithic presence just like towering over you during its most like dense and like overwhelming moments. Like Currents has definitely established itself over time as one of my absolute favorite albums. Like, yeah, cool. Tame Impala, sure, they get talked about a lot. They're a laughing stock. They're this, they're that. Oh, it's only one guy. Some people see him as a bit overrated and kind of just like that band that people hear and think they're all cool because they hear Tame Impala. Whatever. You say whatever the fuck you want. This is me, my taste. Currents is an all-timer for me. 100%. If I was making a big list of my favorite albums of all time, it would be disingenuous for me not to put Currents in there. Just the amount I've listened to it, the amount I appreciate the sounds, the amount I actually enjoy the core songs. Currents is fantastic shit, man. Easily the best Tame Impala record. Come on. 1989 by Taylor. I gotta be real, I'm not a huge Taylor guy. Maybe I need to like properly get into Taylor, but she just fucking cringes me out way too much, bro. But she is a great songwriter. She's a great songwriter. 1989 and Red actually right after. I do prefer Red. I'll put 1989. I'll say it's like, you know what? No, let me be honest. I'd put it at the top of the mid set. Yeah, no, I don't really enjoy 1989. But Red, yeah, Red's got some mad stuff. I'd actually put that in. I'll put it like. Red's got we are never ever ever getting back together. I'll go Below Hyam. Starboy, an album I stayed up until 5 a.m. to listen to on its release day, by the way. Starboy's alright. I'll go with, I honestly think it's at the very top of the decent good. I think it's at the very top of decent good, yeah. Titanic Rising. To be honest, bro, I'm gonna put that right underneath Emotion. I'm gonna put it right underneath Emotion. I'd say that's where it slots in as far as how much I like Titanic Rising. Similar to Slide, it has a lot of tracks that just kind of drag on. And I feel like as a vocalist, for songs that are this sprawling, spacious, and huge, I feel like she could have occupied the space a little bit better to really make the songs more engaging. That's my personal opinion. I actually think she pulled that off really well on the one she did after Titanic Rising, the Hearts Aglow record. I think she did way more interesting stuff with her voice on that record, and I found like that actually was a little bit more enjoyable personally. That's just my opinion. Titanic Rising has got some cool songs though. Like I really like Wild Time and Andromeda. I really like, but outside of that, there's not too many tracks on Titanic Rising that really get me going like that. But overall, it's one of those records where it's all impressive though. Like it's technically, it's a real marvel. It's hard not to just gawk at what's been accomplished. It all sounds fantastic. Like it's an album that I feel like you could really study and learn a lot from as far as what it pulls off on just a engineering presentation level. But beyond that, I can't really say my enjoyment goes too far. It's there though, so for that reason I will go very good, but it's not one I'm too enthusiastically passionate about. Not enough to put it in excellent or all-timer. The video is going to be long as shit. We got 2 left. Vampire Weekend, fuck yeah, I love that album. I'm going with excellent on that. That's a classic for me, bro. Used to be genuinely one of my favorites of all time. As far as placement, I will put it below Beach House. You know the foul ways, unbelievers, all of the sinners are saints. Girl, you and I would die, unbelievers down to the tracks of the train. Shout out to Hannah Hunt, shout out to Finger Back, shout out to Unbelievers. Numerous wonderful tracks on that Vampire Weekend record. excellent shit. They really took their kind of quirky pop sensibilities and amplified it to a more kind of artsy, atmospheric level very, very appropriately in a way that felt natural and logical. It's an album that I still do get quite a bit out of today, and I will say it's my personal favorite Vampire Weekend album. So for that reason, I'm putting it in excellent. Got a lot of wonderful memories with it too. And finally, we got my freaking baby boo-boo, Billie Eilish. She is a freaking legend. I love Billie Eilish. I think she's amazing. I think she's exactly the kind of voice that pop needs, and she came at just the right time, and she's just a wonderful presence, amazingly mature songwriter, an incredibly creative individual. But I will say, her debut, I'm putting it at the top of bad. I put it at the top of bad. And it's not even really because of her. Like, her whispery, quiet tone of voice is interesting and atmospheric and cool. On this album, it can be a little bit oppressive, though. She kind of harnessed it into something really moving and soulful on her future work after this record, in my opinion. But it's not even that really, like, it was a massive turn off for me. It's honestly the production, bro. Phineas... I got respect for you, bro. Mad creative approach and everything. Very minimal and skeletal beats that you got. They're cool, but the actual drum sound choices just are not for me. Like, there are so few moments where the actual sounds I'm hearing excite me on that record. I find it sounds a little bit too just like squeaky and awkward, but it also doesn't want to conform too much to, like, I guess what's popular. It kind of just sits in this awkward little zone, and I feel like normally the songs themselves would benefit from it being moved in either one of those two directions, and I just kind of feel like the whole record just sounds just uncomfortable to me. Never really clicked with the actual general aesthetic and sound of it, but I do think it has got some insanely creative ideas, so for that reason I will put it at the top of the bad section. But overall, I'd be lying if I said I liked that record at all. I do not like that album. I do think it is a weak debut. But I really liked her second record. I thought she smashed that. That was tight. So there we go. That's the whole tier list. What was that, like an hour? God damn, it was. Alright, love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Ryan, for putting together this tier list. I enjoyed partaking in it. Let me know if I should check out any of those ones I put in the NA. Go drop me a question in the comments for me to answer in a future Q&A. Go check out my own music under the name vale-smith. You can hear it anywhere. Links in the description. And subscribe to the channel. Give the video a like. Drop a comment. Engage and all that. Because it all helps the channel. So that'd be great if you did all that. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next video, motherfuckers. Love you. Bye.